Oh, perfect. Well, welcome, Titan Army. We're back as always with another stacked AMA for you all. This time, we're covering everything from our upcoming affiliate tournament to some fresh updates in Brazil, as well as some changes to our balance and testing release schedule. So we'll start off with taking a look at a full breakdown of this weekend's affiliate tournament, which is taking place this Saturday, July 19th. We'll take a look at what the format is like, why we're expecting this to be another competitive edition of these affiliate tournaments. From here, we'll take you guys all behind the scenes of our Brazilian expansion efforts. So I have some really exciting updates here. After our trip last month, we really kept this momentum going and have made some great progress with Guaraná, the brand we're working with down there in Brazil, our marketing agency, as well as some exciting on-the-ground actions that we have been working on. Test. What about test? We will talk about Ahea. Don't you worry. That is actually what I'm going to be speaking about right now. So lastly, we'll close things out with an important update to our balance and testing roadmap. We just made an announcement, gave you guys a bit of a sneak peek into some of the changes which are coming next week. And yeah, just on this, we've adjusted a bit of our rollout, really just to give our development team a little bit more time to polish and prepare. And we'll explain exactly why we're pushing this, as well as dive into that sneak peek that was posted in our announcement channel. Ads is with us, but she cannot talk just yet. I know she's busy with some other things, but she will come in and guide us through the balance as well as that testing section. So everyone say hey to Ads in chat, and she'll be joining us to speak just a little bit. Perfect. So before we actually dive into all the tournament goodness, there is one exciting thing I'd like to share with you all. Now let me post this quickly in our chat. It is a special day for Reign of Titans. We're calling it our 500K day. So yes, that's right. Reign of Titans has officially surpassed 500,000 downloads, and this is solely on the Google Play Store. That's over 500,000 strategies that have been forged across the world of Irio. And just to be honest with you guys, we're really just getting started. We're getting all these exciting things done in Brazil, still ramping up in India. So this 500K milestone in just a few months, definitely in a few years, will look very small to us. But nonetheless, this is a huge achievement for our entire team. Huge shout out to our developers who are grinding late at night, working on these balance updates, all the bugs, everything that you guys share in chat, all the way to our designers as well as our marketing continue, to make graphics for us, make ads for us, and continue to push the game forward. Every single person behind the scenes has honestly, we've seen it. We've had some pretty heartfelt discussion. We've all really poured our heart and our soul into this game. So we're extremely excited to see that, other people are beginning to enjoy it just as much as we are. But above all, what's really important here is this really wouldn't be possible without you guys. So whether you've been here battling since day one, even some of you who have been here since before the game was even released, I'm looking at you, Skog, BBT, Blackfire, all of our OGs, or if you just joined last week, again, as always, we appreciate your passion, appreciate your feedback, and all of that, as well as your energy, have helped us shape Reign of Titans into what it is today. So huge shout out there to our team, to our community, from your guys' scroll combos in the arena to the memes that you guys send us. It's really great to see all that. It really keeps us going. And, we just want to, again, thank you guys for your constant support during every patch that we do, every balance update, every stress test that we do, as well as every tournament that we do. We do it all for you guys. And, it's really great to see you guys enjoying yourselves. And you're actually the reason that we continue to grow. So here's to 500,000 downloads. Our next milestone is 1 million. Should come pretty quickly. Feeling pretty good about that. But let's keep building. Let's keep battling. We're not stopping anytime soon. We're just going to keep going and going. This is just another milestone along the way. So congrats to everybody. Congrats to our team. And again, really thankful for you guys. All right, so 500K day, celebrating day for us. But on top of that, we'll go back to our normal TitanTalk structure. So this weekend, we have another affiliate tournament in the arena. As we mentioned last week, we're not quite ready to relaunch the full-scale Titan tournaments just yet. But nonetheless, our community hosts are making sure that we are not slowing down at all. So we're excited to see that our affiliate hosts have stepped up once again, and we have another round high-stakes best-of-3 battles this week. Now, let's dive into everything that you guys need to know for this week. So it's happening this Saturday, July 19th, as I mentioned, and we are bringing back the banning element format for this week. Now, we did this a few weeks ago. I believe that was about 3, 4, 5 weeks ago. We had our first edition of this tournament. So for those of you who maybe were not involved in that first one, let me explain what that means for all. So you'll enter your arena. Obviously, we'll post the matchups in our tickets as we normally do. And once you know your opponent, each player has to pick one element from the opponent's 4 selected Titans. And then this banned Titan will not be for that entire round. So basically, you'll have 4 Titans. Your opponent will have 4 Titans. You'll take a look at all of the elements that they have available. And you, as the opponent, will get to pick which one you want to ban. The banning process is very, very simple. All that you need to do is send a message directly to your opponent. It can be in the ticket, can be in DMs. We would prefer in the ticket if possible, so our mod team can track as well. But just let them know, hey, that lava you're using this round, we're banning that. So that's kind of how it will go. From there, you will have 3 remaining Titans, and you have to face off against your opponent's 3 remaining Titans as well. So once you lose with a Titan, once you win with a Titan, it is considered validated, which means you cannot use it for the rest of the best of 3. So this is a little bit different than the Gauntlet series we do in our official Titan tournaments, where you keep playing with a Titan until you lose with that Titan. This one's the flip side of that. You lose with a Titan, you can continue to continue to use it. But if you win with a Titan, it's done for that specific round. So again, if you lose, you can still validate it eventually, or you can actually decide to switch to one of your remaining. And so if you win, it's out of the mix and you have to use your other 2. But if you lose with it, you keep reusing that Titan over and over. So this will be the first player to validate actually 2 of those Titans will move on, win the match, and move on to the next opponent. So for this one, we'll be looking at our standard $4,000 prize pool for 2 brackets of 64 players. As I mentioned, you as a player, you'll need 4 Titans required. Each of them will have a different element. Their scrolls, full level scrolls enabled here, and we'll have a max of a Titan level of 7. We have some other juicy details, such as a list of banned weapons, and these can be found in the affiliate tournament info channel. But let's take a look at the payouts for this weekend. So we're changing it up again, as we did with the last kind of elemental banning format. We're going to have some juicier rewards the further that you go in our rounds. So if you get placed between 17 and the top 32, you'll be going home with 20 USD. If you place within the top 9 to 16, you'll get a total of 40 USD. If you're placed within the top 8, so that's places 5 to 8, you'll get 80 USD. Our 3rd and 4th place within the brackets will get 140 USD respectively. Our block runner-up will get a total of $220, where our block champion will be going home with 300 USD. So on top of this 300 USD prize pool, these block champions will also move on to the overall finals. And here's where the rewards get even juicier. So if you're a runner-up, so if you sadly fall short of that champion of the affiliate tournament, you'll go home with 480 USD. And if you're our champion, you'll be doubling that that block champion bonus for a total of 600 USD. Yes, you heard that right. 480 USD going to our runner-up, 600 going to our champion. So we got a lot more, juicy rewards on the line. So really excited to see how this tournament plays out across this weekend. You guys know the schedule. It's a standard affiliate schedule that we'll be running with. So we won't go through every round, but what's important for you guys to know is that round 1 will begin at 8 a.m. EST. And our block finals are planning to occur around 10:30 a.m. EST. And this is where we will be joined by Nugget, who will be joining us on the stream of Twitch and YouTube. From this block final, we'll have our overall playoffs, which will have the 2 champions of the blocks facing off for that 600 USD bonus. Really excited to see everybody super engaged and super excited for that big payout. So whether you're warming up for the return of Titan tournaments or you're just looking to test some new builds, this is definitely your moment, Titan Army. And we have one quick other note here on the subject of tournaments. So we also want to talk about one thing which we mentioned last week. We'll be a lot stricter with just general tournament bans going forward. So as of right now, we will be introducing bans that last for a long time, potentially permanent bans if you are caught gaming any of our anti-cheating systems within Reign of Titans. So we've noticed that this is actually not something that is only affecting our Titan tournaments, but it's actually also affecting our affiliate tournaments, our holders frenzies, and something that we, as well as our tournament hosts, rightly so, we really need to do the proper due diligence and have the proper restrictions in place in case anybody does actually break these rules. Our affiliate hosts do so much for them, so please respect them, respect the rules that they've set forth. And with rules around banning, timelines, our hosts have the final say here. These will be undisputed. Our hosts can be harsh at times. So moving forward, it will be at the discretion of our hosts. It will be at the discretion of our team to discuss any of these cases. Long story short, just don't cheat. And I don't think you guys will have any problems. Those of you who are competing fairly, as always, you guys will have no issues. For those of you looking to game the system or trying to look for loopholes, we see you, giving you a warning here in Titan Chat before we kind of shoot you guys down for good. So again, not only will these bans apply in our Titan tournaments, they're going to apply for any of our tournament structures. We're going to be a lot more strict moving forward. And again, these bans are not just temporary, couple month bans. No. We're talking really long-term bans here, or potentially permanent bans, which I know nobody wants. And as we, kind of continue to move forward into this esports structure, as we grow with more users, more brands, this is really not anything we want anybody to miss out on. The tournaments will keep ramping up. Our esports roadmap is going to continue to ramp up. So everybody needs to be behaving accordingly. Otherwise, there will be some issues, and we will be enforcing those issues quite strictly. So seeing if there's any questions in chat. So if Titan is banned in affiliate tournament, banned in the main tournament also. What we're talking about here is more so player bans, not necessarily Titan bans. Okay, cool. I see you got me. No worries. Any other questions, anybody? Yeah, funny one, hey, I see you. But yes, we really want everybody to be able to continue to participate in our tournament structure. Our tournament structure is changing as well with the esports roadmap. It's going to keep getting better, going to keep having more players. We really don't want anybody to miss out on, any of the fun that's going to happen over these next few weeks and months. All right, clear? No cheating? Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Not too many questions in chat today, but if you guys have any questions, please make sure to drop them, and I'll do my best to answer them. We have one more section, Brazil, and then we will transition over to our balance and testing section, where I anticipate a lot of you guys have a lot of these questions. Okay. All right, everyone, let us transition into some updates about Brazil. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this Titan Talk, we're back from Brazil. We had a trip last week, and we had a lot of momentum on that trip. We've really kind of tried to continue that momentum to this week, moving forward, even though we are working remotely with the team. So for some updates, let's start with the big one, the Brazil game show. So excited to announce that we have officially locked in our Guaraná times Reign of Titans booth space. So that's just the space that we will be at AGS. The booth itself is still being worked on. And so we're working on the design of the booth, working on the experience of the booth, and just generally the full planning around that activation. But we will give you guys a bit of a sneak peek today what you can expect in terms of the stand is some really, really large Titans, which we love to see always, some large 3D Titans. We'll have interactive gameplay stations where people can actually play the game. And of course, with Guaraná being there, we want to bring some Brazilian flavor to the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! And bring the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! To Sao Paulo in a way that has never been done before. So before I dive into these updates, I want to show you guys actually what the stand is going to look like. So let me drop this in chat. Just a moment, everyone. Gotta load it up. All right, there we go. So if you guys want to follow along with me, you can kind of look at the pictures here. But how great does that stand look? I mean, we're working on a really exciting design here, a really interactive and engaging design. And now let me dive into giving you guys a bit of a sneak peek into what you can experience if you're actually going to be at the BGS. Oh, I like that comment. Looks like a Lego set. Yeah, Legos are fun. We'll take that, hey, yeah? Awesome. So I just dropped some images of the stand. And you can see we're going for a very clean, very sleek, very minimalistic look. And of course, we have our brand colors as well as the Guaraná brand colors kind of helping us pop out a little bit. Now, again, I want to emphasize that these designs that we're sharing are not final as of yet. So we really want to do a better job of blending the two brands together. So Guaraná and Reign of Titans should not necessarily be showcased separately or independently. We really want to showcase how the two brands can come together in a cohesive experience. So we really want to tweak some of that with general design of the stand as well. But we feel like, similar to the campaign that we did with Trident, a lot of the in-game assets that we create for Guaraná will help us do that. So we're working on a variety of arenas. We're working on a variety of different weapons, consumables, and of course, scrolls that will be live in-game inspired by Guaraná. And we want to utilize these assets in the stand itself. So once these are finalized, we'll have some updates on the stand to show you guys, this updated look and feel of how these two brands are coming together. We can't leave you guys empty-handed. We wanted to show you guys a bit of a sneak peek so you can see, what we're thinking about and kind of the direction we're heading as well. So again, once we have those assets finalized, we'll kind of update the look and feel of the stand. But I also want to talk about the experience of the stand itself and how we're trying to make this as engaging as possible. So you'll see here in the images that we have a section for testing the game out. So there people will be able to play against each other, play by themselves, play against their friends who are there as well. And we really just want people to get a look and kind of a feel for the game. So again, we're working on kind of a demo version of the game. So it won't be the full experience of Reign of Titans where you have to go in, build your Titan, build your deck, and kind of go through that process. Instead, it will be much more of a Guaraná specific experience where people will come in and play with a Guaraná inspired Titan with weapons, etc., for them to get to see how the game is. On top of this, we want to include some spaces for people to just generally hang out. So you guys will see some nice bean bags here. We've always noticed that at these events, everybody's running around, everybody's tired. So if we can have a space where people just want to come, they want to chill, and they want to spend time, we found that's a really great way to engage with some people as well. And with us working with Guaraná and creating something special, hint, hint, for those of you who were on the TitanTalk last week, we can't help but show it off. So a little bit of alpha here. I know we had to delete it in chat, but we did release a tentative look at our limited edition SKU that we did for Guaraná, which maybe some of you can spy here in the stand design itself. But with this, we're super, super excited to have this. And of course, we needed to implement this into the stand itself. So this limited edition SKU will have various points where people can actually come up. They can see, the limited edition can that we will have. They'll get to get their hands on it. And of course, they get to drink it as well. So here we have some stands where people can pick up some popcorn and enjoy it with their Guaraná, which I'm told is a true Brazilian duo. Apparently people love to drink Guaraná with their popcorn. So really excited that our stand will also have the ability to let people enjoy this as well. But on top of this, nobody's called it out in chat yet. I'm very surprised. There's like a really exciting, engaging part of the stand that nobody's called out yet. I'm gonna give you guys a second before I talk about it. Tell me what you're most excited about. No? Nothing? Okay, I see. Killer, can you hear me already? You see a set of Lego. Yeah, funny. Hey, okay. So I see some support from RG Bureau here in terms of the pipoca in Guaraná. So that's the popcorn in Guaraná. But nobody's pointed out my favorite part. Come on, guys. Okay. All right. I'll just drop it. Nobody's getting it. Nobody's seeing it. All right. So there is a exciting section here, which I'm super pumped about. And this is basically where we want to bring players into the world of Irio. No hints? Nothing yet? Okay. So what a better way of bringing people into the world of Irio than allowing them to battle themselves. You guys can see here in the first photo, to the left, we actually have like a battle in jousting section. So basically, two players will stand there and they'll basically try to push each other off of those stands there. But the way we want to design this will actually be within, Reign of Titans arena. So I think this would be really fun. We'll have a lot of people attempting to knock their friends out, knock random people out. And we also plan to use the limited edition Guaraná weapons here as kind of the sticks to in like the jousting tools that you guys see there to mess with people and try to push them off balance. So really excited about this. We think this will be incredibly engaging. We think a lot of people are going to take, videos of their friends doing this, videos of themselves doing this. We think it's just something great for people to share on their socials and really get the word out about Reign of Titans. Now, this is still pending some legal approval. Yes, exactly, RG Bureau. Exactly like that. So this is still pending some legal approval, obviously, because this is kind of sketchy thing to do. But if we can do it in a safe way, we think this would be absolutely amazing. So yeah, you guys will see me up there trying to push some people off. Hopefully, RG Bureau and I will have a 1v1 duel up there with some Guaraná weapons and see who wins that limited edition Guaraná. But honestly, I'm surprised nobody called that out. I think that's going to be one of the most exciting sections of the stand itself. But beyond this, this is just the surface level. Behind the scenes, on top of all the work that we're doing with Brazil Game Show, we've also made a ton of progress with our local marketing agency as well. So in terms of this, we've aligned on a lot of taglines and campaign themes specifically with them. Basically, 2 weeks ago, they came to us with some taglines. Kind of liked them. We kind of didn't. We asked them for some revisions. This week, they came to us with some new taglines, which were much, much better, much stronger. We're shifting and altering those things a little bit. And by next week, we anticipate being able to actually share all of these taglines with you guys as well. These taglines are basically kind of our North Star in any of our marketing materials as well. You guys will see these in a lot of the things that we do regionally in Brazil. And they'll basically be kind of the North Star or our guide to a lot of the different marketing campaigns that we do. Whether that's content that we're producing, whether that's the experience for the stand itself, whether that's the ads we're creating, for TikTok and other various platforms, we're really excited to kind of finalize this tagline and move forward with it as well. On top of this, we've been taking a look at some of the content. So again, kind of going for very Brazilian specific and a localized look and feel here to the Titans. So I've been working a lot with the marketing agency in terms of what that will actually look like, and also beginning to plan out these week by week content calendars for all of our socials. On top of this, we have a lot of influencer work that we're doing for BGS and potentially some before them. We're working on some activations in terms of some local areas and public areas to just get people, aware that Reign of Titans is a new game that they can play in their free time, as well as some, potentially fun out-of-home stunts that we will continue to spread Reign of Titans across Brazil. And like we mentioned last week, we're leaning really hard into humor as well as memes to target the Brazilian audience. We've seen, obviously, just like it is in the US and other parts of the world, leading with these memes and trying to find a funny way to communicate your messaging is probably our best way forward here. We've already been working on some memes and going for a much more fun and engaging, just kind of campaign way of speaking and campaign push moving forward. So but in order to do this correctly, we really need your guys' help. And I think what better help it would be than to launch a bit of a meme challenge right here in our Discord. So again, we want to start leading with kind of this funny and this more kind of meme-based way of speaking moving forward. But I really think it would be best if you guys could help us out in terms of ideating what some of these memes could be, some different ways we can, showcase the Titans in ways that could be, fun and engaging for everybody. So moving forward for the next few weeks, if any of you want to create some memes, they will be greatly welcomed. These can be Brazil themed. These can also just be standard Reign of Titans memes. So connecting to really anything that's trending or popular at the moment. And all that we'll ask you guys to do is create this meme in your free time, post it in our Titan chat. Whether you make us laugh, whether you make us cringe, or whether you make us, question reality, we'll select a few favorites to actually be showcased on our social channels. But everybody who will, submit a meme will actually get rewarded with 100,000 Titans. So again, really, I like this one, Heya, with the Star Wars Anakin style here. Yeah, you need to add some text on this meme. But just as Heya did, just send your memes here in chat. Make them a little bit fun, make them a little bit more engaging, and those that we will like reward again 100,000 titanium. So this is a really great way to get some free titanium, to also stack some titanium. So the more memes you create, the more titanium you can get. And of course, this will really help us out in terms of ideating some things moving forward in terms of our campaign in Brazil specifically. All right, let me see if there are any questions. I see the vision, Heya. That's funny. Cool. So one last thing on the Brazilian section. If you guys remember last week, we shared a bit of a teaser drop. If you know, you know. I'm not going to say what it is, but what I will say is we're still waiting for final approvals, just legal and with the two brand teams. Once we have this, we'll be able to showcase everything to you guys here in Discord without having to delete it 5 minutes after we post it. But we're really confident in terms of the direction we're moving. Really hopeful that next week, again, we'll be able to get these final designs and showcase that limited edition, can for you all. We'll be with Guaraná. Cool. And then from here, as I mentioned, as we continue to make more and more edits to the stand, we'll share these with you guys. I see Heya had some comments about the stand in terms of like a lot of logos, etc. This is really helpful to us. So any feedback you guys have on the stand, any opinions you have, please make sure to share it with us. And, it really helps us guide some of our decisions moving too. So I'll pause there before we move on, see if you guys have any questions in terms of Brazil. But if not, I will begin our balance testing section, and then hopefully ads will be able to join us as well to dive into it. Perfect. I see some, nope, just Nero being excited about diving into the balance. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, let us move on. So before we wrap today's AMA, we do want to share a critical update about our next patch, as well as the testing schedule that has actually both been delayed. So earlier this week, we were planning to go live with obviously the new balance update, as well as the testing, but we have actually decided to delay the release of these both slightly. So let me give a reasoning as to why. Our priority as Reign of Titans is always to deliver balance changes that feel good to play and hold up under stress. So, obviously this idea of holding up under stress has been quite a recurring theme for us lately. So with that being said, we're just trying to give our team a few more days to finalize testing, the balance testing, and make sure that it has the needed polish for you all. So that said, we couldn't leave you guys empty-handed. As you guys saw in our announcement section, we have actually given a sneak peek in a bit of a memo, which explains some of the changes we've made and what you guys can all be expecting moving forward. So let's dive into this sneak peek so you guys can see what is coming your way. So next patch is packed with scroll changes across the board. And again, all of these, as we mentioned in the memo, have been shaped by all of your feedback, all of the trends we've been seeing in-game, as well as some data that we've been seeing during the tournament as well. So starting off with the elements, I'll start off with C here. So C for us has generally felt well balanced for the most part. We did overestimate the strength of the sync effect just a little bit. But based on your feedback, we've actually significantly reduced Sync's mana cost, and moving forward, we'll be continuing to monitor whether this damage multiplier tweak is needed in the future. So that's C, check. For Dusk, we made some minor mana as well as damage tweaks. These, again, aren't massive changes. We're just attempting to recalibrate to, kind of smooth out the performance and the play feel of the Dusk element. From here, we also have Dawn. So Dawn received a notable mana reduction to Berserker Scroll, alongside some smaller changes to our other high-performing scrolls to lower that win rate inflation. So again, Dawn was winning a lot of scrolls here, so just attempting to kind of bring this back to the meta a little. From here, we have the Forest element. So this has a buff to the Rooted Resilience effect, making it more playable and directly answering some of our community feedback around its niche utility. And you guys know what I'm talking about here. For our Lava Scrolls, these have received some targeted mana adjustments to keep the element balanced across all scroll decks. But again, not a ton of changes here necessarily for Lava. For Poison, the Scroll Hive has actually had its mana cost significantly lowered. And then across the board, we did some minor reductions as well on top of that. Now onto some of the bigger changes. We have Sky. So Sky will get a full rework of the Aerial Assault effect. This no longer guarantees first strike, but we're actually bringing back the 50% scroll return. So we saw, again, with Sky Titans being able to attack first, it was a little bit OP. So we're changing that a little bit. We're bringing back a 50% scroll return mechanic. And then just generally overall with Sky, we've made some changes to attempt to improve the agility-based Sky builds. I'll pause there, see if there are any questions. Nope, we're all good. Now on to Spike. Obviously, Spike has been a huge area of focus just generally with this patch update. Ton of recent tournament wins have been with Spike. So sadly, we did have to nerf this a little bit, and it's got a quite significant update. So the Prankster will actually replace the Trapped ability, and the Jokes on You effect will now trigger at the end of turn instead of immediately. So we believe this will give opponents who have been having this effect applied on them a bit of a chance to counter. But we'll see and kind of see how these first few battles go, get some feedback from you guys, and see how we are enjoying this kind of change on the Jokes on You effect. On top of this, we're also debuting a new neutral scroll called Nobody's Fault, which will also feature the Jokes on. So really excited to see these changes. Obviously, Spike was quite OP, so we did quite a lot of nerfing to Spike, but just generally wanted to give you guys an update in terms of what you can be expecting with some of these elemental. So on top of these elemental changes, we've also introduced major neutral scroll reworks to standardize SP scrolls, help us with buff/debuff removals, as well as just generally shared scrolls across the board. So digging a little bit deeper into that, so Surge Point scrolls now have increased value across the board following concerns about their limited utility, so to speak. So basically people saying that Surge Point isn't strong enough. So we're attempting to fix that a little bit, make it a little bit more of a powerful punch. But again, as always, we'll be looking to hear your guys' feedback. If we need a little bit more here, we need to tune it back. Again, we're really just trying to find that perfect balance point to make Surge as effective as possible. On top of this, we have scrolls that have Bind and Open Palms, which have been adjusted to share consistent mana costs, as well as just general performance across the board. Again, our intention here is just to have a little bit more reliability in terms of your gaming experience. So we'll be eager to hear all of your feedback with these changes. As I mentioned, there's also been a bit of an overhaul on all of our buff/debuff removals. But basically what we're doing is we're trying to standardize this language a little bit, make it more clear exactly which buff or which debuff is being applied to your Titan. So we've added some basically expanded explanations here. Words. So Restore, this will basically remove debuffs at a cost of 40 mana when targeting yourself. We have Dispel, which will remove buffs from opponents for 30 mana. We have Detoxify, which clears all damage time effects. We're trying to get this around 80 mana. We have Refresh, which removes mana point debuffs. And again, looking for this to be around 40 mana cost. And we have Dissolve, which removes healing as well as any status effects. And again, trying to get this one at around 40 mana cost as well. So these changes, I think, are really going to bring some more clarity and also help players play a little bit more fast and help, reduce some of the unexpected interactions during some of those critical and more later rounds for our players. So just on this note as well, hey, there's a lot of information here. So I'm just going to drop again an announcement so you guys can kind of follow along with me as we talk through some of these updates. All right, so kind of the standardization I was just talking about the neutral scrolls will also help us address the long-standing temporal shift as well as the purification combo. So many of you have actually flagged as this being quite a negative effect that we've seen within gameplay. So as part of the solution, we have removed temporal shift completely from all of the weapons, as well as just the general number of scrolls containing this effect has also been reduced. And we've actually significantly increased the mana cost whenever it still occurs. So again, attempting to kind of remove this combo and remove the OP-ness of this combo. But again, we will be looking for you guys' feedback to see if this was enough or if potentially we need to go back to the drawing board. So Iron Maiden will cost 80 mana. Hey, I'll have to double check. We're not saying it's going to cost directly 80 mana, but we're saying we're attempting to have the balance of the scrolls that have that effect at being around 80 mana. But it's not saying that it will be directly 80. Okay, so moving on here. We do have some general changes that you guys will see on particular scrolls. Not a ton, but we do have some small adjustments just based on some ratios we've been seeing in terms of mana, as well as in terms of damage, in terms of the win rates. All of the good stuff that we kind of look for on top of the feedback that you guys have provided us as well. Most of these changes are generally steered towards having just a better grip on our different elements, especially the elemental effects. You guys will see a lot of these changes that we've mentioned before with all these different elements are going to be tweaking some of these effects and making sure that the elements are more so just generally balanced as you guys will play. So this patch will actually be going live next week, and this will be actually a perfect timing for us to lather this up into our stress testing. We thought the stress testing was going to happen this week, but it's actually going to happen next week. The date, this is tentative, so don't hold us to this because this may change as well. But the date right now is set for Wednesday, 10 a.m. EST. As always, we'll be sending out an announcement early next week with the solidified time, asking you guys to join us. And basically what we will be asking for here is for you guys to set up some challenge battles and to be joining the arena at the same time. And again, here we will be working with the same partner that we worked with last time to make sure that we have as many people testing the game as possible. And they're looking to bring us actually over 400 testers on top of all the members of our community who will be helping us test as well. So this testing window is obviously really, really crucial for us. It's going to be especially crucial as we've just done all of the game balance changes as well. So while we will be doing the testing, we'll also be taking a look at all the data that we have from this recent patch. But why this testing is especially important, and I know many of you on the TitanTalk will be curious about this, but basically the testing that we host here dictate all of our tournaments moving. So not only will this dictate the tournament dates for our, the return of our Titan tournaments, but as we continue to look broader past August, looking further at our esports roadmap, this testing is going to be really important in terms of determining how we're moving forward with all of these different areas. Any update on the tournament platform? No, not yet, Heya. This is still being worked on internally with our team. As always, with any of these kind of development projects, you take on a really big bite of cake, and as you're chewing it, it's just it gets more and more and more. So we're working through a lot of the problems. There's so many moving parts, honestly, with the tournament platform, from making sure we have a teams mechanic involved, making sure we have the payout schedule involved, and just making sure that everything's kind of progressing forward. We're working on this with an internal team at the moment. So no updates just yet, but as we get closer to announcing kind of the revamp of our Titan tournaments as well as just the general esports roadmap, we'll have more updates in terms of the platform as well. But as of right now, sadly, no updates. Okay. Well, quickly, just to kind of close out this balance and testing section, before we see if ads has anything to add, we just want to say the more you guys play, the more you test, and the more you give us feedback, faster we can move to an arena, which is just better play for everybody. So one thing we always like to say on the AMA and really need to say for this patch specifically is we actually worked really closely with members of our community here. So special shout out to Heya. As always, Heya is always active in chat, but also a special shout out to Shazinix for all of their help, all of the feedback, all of the DMs you guys have been sending us, and all of the conversations we've been having together. Particularly when it comes to the elemental effects, you guys gave us a ton of insight, a ton of examples, and honestly, we wouldn't have been able to do it without all of you and all the members of our community as well. So moving forward, I think this has been like a really great way for us to like showcase the patch notes to you guys. So creating what we created this morning, which is the announcement, which explains, a bit of the direction we're going in and kind of explaining some of our thought process and logic behind some of these changes will definitely be something that we're going to move forward with. So anytime we have some big changes, we want to make sure that we come to you guys and put in writing, why we're doing this, what feedback helped inspire this, making sure that you guys as a community are very much involved and incorporated in this discussion that we continue to have. So we think this works. We think giving you guys a bit of an update before patch is live, then obviously the patch notes on top of that, so you guys can see, the specific changes is a really great way to move forward. So definitely something we will want to do moving forward. Now that's all from me on the patch notes section. We'll see if ads is available to kind of chime in if she wishes. But if not, we will move on to our Super Rumble.
Hello. Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you so much, Blake, for taking over the AMA. I'm happy I could listen in. I usually, I like to close out the week by talking to you all, but this week has been a very busy week for us. So you can imagine if I'm not able to do the Titan Talk, we've got some pretty exciting things that are going on. But just want to reiterate some of the things that Blake did say there. So firstly, I just want to also extend a thank you to our community in terms of the feedback that we have been getting, leading into this balance update that we're doing. We know we've taken quite a bit of time with it, partly because we've had to focus on other things, but also because we wanted to make sure that we really did collect the feedback in the right way. We really want to make sure that going forward that we just do put the community comments first. So not only is it like seeing the back and forth that we have in Titan chat, but really feel free to reach out to us in any way you want to, like start hounding us, start trying to call us, do whatever it is you need to do to get hold of us to really say your opinion, because it makes a big difference when it comes to the updates. Everything else that we're doing, when it comes to Brazil, it's so exciting. I hope you can kind of see the scale at which we're going for in terms of like our strategy and our plan, right, closing out this year. It's a really big one for us. The game show is going to be absolutely hilarious. If we can do all the things that we want to do, the stand looks amazing. And there's a lot of people that are putting a lot of effort into making sure that it really goes off in the right way and that we do things at scale, which is great. So in general, just for all of you to know, like, some things that are really annoying, like we still need to do the testing. We're still working on the tournament platform. Super annoying for us as well as for you. But on the other side, we've just got some really amazing things that are cooking very nicely here on our side. So feel good, feel excited for what's coming up next. We'll keep you all updated with as many sneak peeks as we can possibly give you of things that are coming. But just thank you as always for all of your support. Like, we couldn't do it without each and every one of you. So thank you so much. And the last thing I want to say, sorry, that was a bit disjointed because I wish I ended with what I just said, but that's okay. The cheating thing, the announcement that we just made about that. This has been a really tough conversation, and I want to say that just to our hosts and some of the feedback that we've got in general around cheating in the game and punishments, etc., going forward. Look, we hear you really, really loud and clear in terms of people want harsher punishments, and especially when it comes to our affiliates who put in so much time to make sure that these tournaments can happen. And you can imagine how, when I talk about it, I get emotional and I get upset about it. And it's the same thing for our affiliate hosts who put so much time into to really providing something to our community, and then people take advantage of it, right? So we do want to make sure that they have the say and they have power to be able to say, like, no, that's not okay. We've put in our time. We don't want these people playing, right? We are coming to a consensus as to how we're going to make these rules going forward, just as Blake talked around. And when we do release these, I hope that you really do respect them, and understand that they are going to be very harsh and there's going to be no discussion around it going forward. So just a thank you to our hosts for being understanding to the point of where we are at now. I know if left to you, this wouldn't be the way, right? You would have had harsher punishments from the get-go, right? But we're going to find a way together, and we will be releasing those punishments so everybody's on the same page, right? So there's no gray area for all of you as the community as well. And it's clear when we do ban people for bad things. But thank you for all your support. Exactly, it's going to be like that, Phoenix Wolf. I'm ready to get some people going in Rumble. I'm going to find my arch nemesis in Rumble and let's go. Going to get a knife. Stab, stab, stab.
Thank you as always, Ads. Amazing to hear from you there. All right, everyone, let's head on over to the Titan Games channel. Get Super Rumble up and running. Oh, it's a new era. A villain era. Ooh. Okay, so Ads is playing. That means the bounty is on Ads. Who's got the third one? Who's got it? All right, I guess it's Killer Besto. Killer Besto is the only one that wants it. Amazing, everyone. So this is probably public knowledge at this point. I'm going to do it anyways. You'll get a medium loot box if you kill Ads, myself, or Killer Besto. You'll get a normal loot box if any of us commit suicide. And as always, if you win the Super Rumble, get a medium loot box. So let's go. We got our villain era. I've never done one of these villain eras. Kind of curious to see what's happening. Got Phoenix Wolf sending some GIFs. We got Killer Besto with an AI cat Star Wars GIF going on. I like that one. Guys, we need to see these GIFs and these memes with Reign of Titans. So some Titans. Remember, if you guys start creating some memes, even these little GIFs, they can be just fun, silly little GIF memes. That's 100,000 titanium. And that's going to be some of the easiest titanium that you guys will ever get. I think a huge inspiration in that regard could be like Pudgy Penguins. Pudgy Penguins, you see so many cool GIFs and things that they do with their characters. And definitely that will be something that we'll be attempting to emulate with as well. All right, so 30 seconds, probably 20 seconds now. We have 20 players. Let's see. Oh, we even have more than that was in the audience. Okay. Got to do my vocal warm-ups. Okay. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Oh, 21 players. Villain era. 4,200 gold. Let's. Oh, just as Phoenix Wolf is saying. Okay. If I die in the first round, I'm done. No, I'm good. Brutal Ace committed suicide. Soulman committed suicide. D Phoenix Wolf has a Joker card. 19 players left going into round 2. Webbed Hero also has a Joker card. Killer Besto killed Heya. Savannah killed Shadow Angel. Deuce killed Wysani. Julian killed Guy Phil. There were 15. Oh, Ghost Hero did nothing. Savannah Sage killed Aunt Charlotte. Ads' normal nemesis. Webbed Hero committed suicide. Some sketching in journals, organizing their collections. Ooh, pretty relaxing for Savannah and Disha. Ooh, Disha killed Savannah. Take that back. It was not relaxing at all. D Phoenix Wolf killed Golcinero. Killer Besto killed Ads. And Disha Deuce. Round 5, 7 players. This is quick. I killed Dew. Sorry, Dew. And D Phoenix Wolf died. Oof. This villain era is kind of depressing. What are these descriptions? Oh, never mind. It's not depressing. I killed Blazwitch. I'm winning. It's not depressing at all. Killer Besto killed Abhishek. Then Killer Besto wandered in disguise. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? I worked on the latest evil invention. Blackfire killed Julian, and Disha killed Killer Besto. It's Disha, Blackfire, and I agree, Broken. I think I'm going to win this. Oh, come on. And Blackfire didn't even win. He killed me and he didn't even win. Whatever. Disha. GG's, Disha. Disha, I think this is your first Super Rumble win. Is that right? GG's to Disha. All right. We'll do one more. Because I didn't like that villain one. That one was kind of weird. Oh, this one we got a Mafia one. All right, that sounds more exciting. That sounds quite exciting. All right, we can beat 20 people. I get a games tag going. Right. All right, I'm going to say this again. Who wants the bounty? Who wants it? Oh, Phoenix Wolf wins. All right, Phoenix Wolf has a bounty on them. A medium loot box if you kill myself, if you kill Ads, and you kill Phoenix Wolf. If any of us commit suicide, you guys, everyone, going home with a normal loot box. If you win the Super Rumble, like Disha, get a medium loot box. All right. Got 60 seconds. Show me your most exciting GIF in chat. Give me something to laugh about. Thank you, Cute Crow. I like your name too, Cute Crow. It's a good one. Shenlong, this time you got a minute. Join up. Oh, look at that. We got 27 participants so far. We can get 30. Tag your friend. Oh, yeah, you did miss the TitanTalk Shenlong. We'll have the recording, probably up in a few hours. No worries. Got some exciting updates about affiliates. Got some exciting updates about Brazil. Gave that little sneak peek in our announcements channel. I'm so excited to dive into that with all of you. Another exciting thing is today's 500K day. Reign of Titans has officially surpassed 500,000 downloads on only the Google Play Store. So if you guys go to the Google Play Store link, you'll see that it now says 500,000 plus downloads, which is always to see. Oof. Mafia. Ooh, Mafia session, and we're off. Frank Castell killed Duel. And Sharma did nothing. Frank Castell did. Karavash killed Killer Besto, and Let's Earn killed Brutal A. Oh no. Brutal Ace killed Let's Earn. Excuse me. D Phoenix has a fedora. Watch out. Killer Besto committed suicide. Heya committed suicide. Carrie suicide. Do killed Lavacker. D Phoenix. Ooh. Dropped the car bomb. That's not good. Lavarker killed Disha, our reigning champ, and then Lavarco also killed Blazwitch. Abhishek killed Ann Sharma. Why Sadie committed suicide? Axel killed me. Whatever. Blackfire committed suicide. And Webbed Hero was killed by Nero. I need a revive. The revive cat's going. Round 5, Nero dropped the car bomb. Vinci was killed by Brutal Ace. Ooh, we're into round 6. Ads is still here. The Don Manu committed suicide. Frank Castell was killed by Soulment. Ads killed Deuce. Oof. This one with the switch is getting me. Frank is back alive. Ads is saying she's going to win. Abhishek committed suicide. Soulment has a fedora. Oh, I don't know, Ads. Soulment has a fedora. Watch out. And Shadow Angel killed Axe. Didn't see anything. Oh. Ads, the Dawn is answered. Ads, Frank Castell was killed by Laverker, and Brutal Ace dropped the car bomb. We have 4 players left, going into round 9. Ooh, the Fedoras are coming into play. Fedora killed the Valkyr, Solman killed Shadow Ajo, and Solman sleeping with the fishes, leaving Shenlong as our Super Rumble champion. GG's, everyone. Shenlong literally just skips TitanTalk, comes in for the Rumble, wins it all. Come on. All right. Well, as always, everyone, thank you again for tuning into our TitanTalk this week. We'll have the recording up for you guys pretty soon in case you missed it. But we talked about everything from our affiliate tournament happening this weekend, some exciting updates in Brazil with Guaraná, as well as some updates to the testing take place hopefully on Wednesday of next week after we release the build as well. Take a look at the changes in the memo we sent in the announcements channel to see some of our thought processes behind the changes. But until next week, Titan Army, we'll see you guys in the arena. Best of luck. Thanks, everyone.